What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another video on TPL Locs. Forgive me for being a bit awkward today with the microphone. Today I wanted to do a quick video on something that has fascinated me for a long time. As you know, there are lots of different cultures with dreadlocks, and today I want to dive into one of the religious groups that uses dreadlocks, and I want to show you some pictures and also talk about their common traditions and why they wear their hair the way they do. So before we move on, if you enjoy watching videos on this channel, I would really appreciate it if you give this video a thumbs up. If you enjoy this video, it doesn't really take a long time, but it does help out this channel. I'm trying to grow this channel and provide you guys with more videos. So if you enjoy this channel, give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing if you want to stay up to date with everything we do here. So with that being said, I want to review a special group of people, and they call themselves Sadhu. So here you see the first picture of a Sadhu. A Sadhu is considered a holy person in Hinduism, and they are known for renouncing the worldly life, meaning they are monks and they meditate and they possess very little things in order to liberate themselves and reach the final stage of life, which is enlightenment. So they have really awesome dreadlocks. As you can see here, the dreadlocks are on top of their head, so they use a special way of wrapping their really long locks around each other to create this huge bun on top. Now, something else I really love about this is that they use all kinds of face paint and they paint all kinds of scriptures on themselves. I'm not really sure why that is, but it makes for very beautiful pictures. So most sadhus are male, but there are some females who have this look as well. And here you can see someone, if you've been looking up dreadlocks on the internet, you probably have seen this photo. This is a female sadhu, which is called Sadfi, and they basically withdraw from the world to practice a frugal lifestyle, as least as possible material possessions. They meditate and they rely on gifts from people to have for food and drinks. So the way that they carry themselves and the way they keep their hair is because of spiritual reasons. Also, in the Hindu scriptures, we have the earliest known evidence of dreadlocks, which is really interesting. Here we have another sattva, a woman who wears very long locks. They have these beads around their necks, which just look really cool with the colorful clothing. Obviously, they don't do it to look cool. They do it for spiritual reasons. Here's another picture. Part of having their locks is because they want to disregard vanity, which is ironic because on this channel and on most videos that talk about locks, people wear them because they love the way it looks. For them, they wear their locks because they disregard vanity. So it's kind of the opposite, which is funny to me. But if you look at their locks, they look very different from people with black hair who get dreadlocks. This resembles more the European hair. This resembles locks that people have who have straight hair. Here we have another picture of someone with their hair down. Apparently they don't wear their hair down often unless it is for spiritual rituals or special occasions. So here you can see his hair is down and it is so long. This must be at least like 20 years of growing locks. And you can see that here in the front, the hair is still kind of like loose hair. So you can see that he used to have really straight hair, or maybe a bit curly, but at least it wasn't very curly when he got locks. So this is also good news for the people who keep asking on videos if they can get dreadlocks. You can basically get dreadlocks with all kinds of hair. It really doesn't matter. There are ways to get dreadlocks for everyone. Another thing that's interesting is that you can see his beard here is locked. That must be such a weird feeling to have dreadlocks on your beard. Another picture here of the dreadlocks being wrapped. This is probably what they do before they wrap it around on top of their head. And it just looks so epic, man. The gray locks. I really love gray locks. I think I'm gonna have to get locks again when I'm older, just so I can have gray locks. And here is another one. They sometimes use colored powder to get those paintings on their face and on their body. But here it's also in his hair. You can see here that he has kind of orange looking hair and the beads around his top bun. I mean, this looks so cool. It really looks awesome. And then thinking about the fact that they do this to disregard vanity is really funny to me, because to me this looks so nice. So although it is a sign of disregarding vanity, they do regard their hair as spiritual. So they don't cut their hair as far as I know, and that is why they all have such long locks. Look at this. This guy has his hair wrapped around his head, and it almost looks bigger than his own head. You can also see here that he has kind of like, it looks like rubber bands or rings around his locks. And most of them wear bead necklaces, and they wear earrings. So there is a lot of accessorizing, if I could call it that, with the way they look and the way they present themselves with the face paint. So in Hinduism, they call this hairstyle jata, J-A-A-T-A. It means twisted locks of hair, which is basically what dreadlocks are. Apparently there are 4 to 5 million sadhus in India that wear their hair like this. Here you can see one of them in the process of twisting their locks and making it into a bun. And here you can see how long it truly is. Again, he has dreadlocks in his beard as well, but these are all turned, and then they are turned around the bun to create a huge top bun. So in India, these holy men and women are respected because the way they practice, so abstaining from having food and drinks unless it's being donated to them, meditating and trying to get to that enlightenment, can actually clean their karma, and they can also clean the karma of the community that is serving them. So their holiness is kind of widely respected for that reason. They bring them food. They're seen as benefiting the society in that way. Another picture here with the locks down, and here you can see also the bead necklaces that you see in almost all of these pictures. Another set of gray locks. Really nice. I would love to know what they do to keep their locks clean, or some other type of maintenance. Maybe they have some ritual or something that they use to maintain their hair, because I would expect that after a while all of these locks would grow together in one big clump if you don't make sure that they kind of like stay individual locks. Here, this picture I found quite funny, because here you can see how long they can get. This must be like 30-40 years worth of growing hair, because wow, look at this. It's his body length twice, I believe. That's insane. Imagine having to wash this hair. You'd need a bath. I've seen one video on YouTube of a woman with an awesome set of locks, and she washes her long locks in a bath. I guess that's how they do it as well. Another picture with the yellow face paint and the cool earring, and this is so cool. It makes me want to get locks again. It's so cool. Another picture of super long dreadlocks, so they go all the way down. They can't even, like, the end of the picture is not even the end of his locks. So I guess this is the river Ganges that he just bathed in. I'm not sure if I would advise that, but it's the holy river, and you can see them when they're wet like this. So drying them like this is probably a good idea, because imagine having to carry all of this when they're wet. Another set of gray locks. You can see that some things are like stuck in their locks, so I'm really curious to know if they do anything to maintain them, to keep them clean. Or another beautiful picture of a monk meditating. The beards are really epic too, because they are so long. I think when you lock your beard, it just keeps growing and growing, just like dreadlocks. Because if I would keep my hair like this and not lock my hair, it will probably stop growing at a certain point or start slowing down and not grow as quickly. But if you have locks, they seem to grow endlessly. So here you can see that they are all different sizes, so a bit thinner, a bit thicker. So they do probably form naturally, and maybe over time they start combining again because they keep twisting them together on top of their head. And around the edges you can see that the hair is not really locked. It's still kind of loose hair. It will probably stay that way until you force the hair to combine with the dreadlocks. And with that being said, I would like to know what you think. What do you think of these sets of locks? Would you ever freeform your hair like this and wear it up like that, or grow it past your ankles? I think it would be a huge hassle to have such long dreadlocks, but I know some people watching have had dreadlocks for a really long time. Let me know in the comments below what you think. And I'd really love to make a series out of different cultures with different sets of dreadlocks. If that is something that you would be interested in, let me know and give this video a thumbs up so I know you guys enjoy this video. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching, and till next time.